Hi children, welcome back to your online biology class. I am Asha Santosh, your biology teacher. Children, we have completed our 7th chapter also. So in our 7th chapter we have discussed many things about plants, different parts and their functions. In previous class we have discussed about flower, different parts of a flower and its function. Children, flower is the reproductive part of a plant. Flower has different parts. Which are the 4 main parts of a flower? Yes, sepal, petal, stamen and pistil. Sepal is the outermost wall which is green in color. It protects the buds. These sepals protect the buds, flower buds. Then petals are the colorful part of flower. It attracts the insects for pollination. Then next is stamen. Stamen is the male reproductive part of a plant. Stamen has filament and anther. Then pistil is the female reproductive part of a flower. Pistil has style, stigma and ovary. Ovules are present inside the ovary. Hope you all understood this topic. Today we will discuss the text exercises and also we will start the next lesson. Okay? Take your textbook. We'll discuss textbook exercises first. Let's begin the textbook exercise. First question, correct the following statements and rewrite them in your notebook. First sentence, stem absorbs water and minerals from the soil. What is the mistake in this sentence? Yes, instead of stem you have to write roots. So rewrite the sentence as roots absorbs water and minerals from the soil. Second sentence, leaves hold the plant upright. Yes, instead of leaves you have to write stem. So stem hold the plant upright. Third sentence, roots conduct water to the leaves. Instead of roots you have to write stem conduct water to the leaves. Fourth sentence, the number of petals and sepals in a flower is always equal. No. So the sentence you have to rewrite as the number of petals and sepals in a flower is not always equal. Next sentence, if the sepals of a flower are joined together, its petals are also joined together. So rewrite the sentence as if the sepals of a flower are joined together, its petals are separate and not joined together, just opposite. Next sentence, if the petals of a flower are joined together, then the pistil is joined to the petal. Rewrite the sentence, if the petals of a flower are joined together, then the pistil is not necessarily joined to the petal. Second question, draw a leaf, a taproot and a flower you have studied for table 7.3. It is there in your textbook, copy it. Third question, can you find a plant in your house or in your neighborhood which has a long but a weak stem? Write its name. In which category would you classify it? Here I have written money plant has a long but weak stem. It is a climber. You can write the name of any plant and its category. Fourth question, what is the function of a stem in a plant? It holds the branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. The stem transports water and minerals from root to the upper parts, and it also transports the prepared food from leaves to the other parts of the plant. Fifth question, which of the following leaves have reticulate venation? Wheat, tulsi, maize, grass, coriander, China rose. The answer is tulsi, coriander and China rose. Sixth question. If a plant has fibrous root, what type of venation do its leaves likely to have? Yes, parallel venation. Seventh question. If a plant has leaves with reticulate venation, what kind of roots will it have? Yes, taproot. Then eighth question. Is it possible for you to recognize the leaves without seeing them? How? Yes, we can identify the types of leaves by looking at its roots. Plants having leaves with reticulate venation have taproots, while plants having leaves with parallel venation have fibrous roots. Write the names of the parts of a flower. The parts of a flower are sepals, petals, stamens and pistil. 10th question. Which of the following plants have you seen? Of those that you have seen, which one have flowers? You can read the options, write the answers accordingly. 11th question. Name the part of the plant which produces its food. Name this process. Yes, of course, leaves produce food for the plant with the process of photosynthesis. 12th question. In which part of a flower you are likely to find the ovary? Ovary is located in the lowermost and swollen part of the pistil of flower. 13th question. Name two flowers each with joint and separate sepals. Here you can see some examples. You can write your own answers. So children, let's start our new lesson, our 8th lesson, that is body movements. We can move our body parts in different ways, isn't it? We are able to move some parts in almost all directions, but some other parts only in one direction. Do you know what is the reason behind that? Our body has a framework of 206 bones that form the skeletal system. The bones are of different shapes and sizes. Two or more bones meet to form a joint. Did you notice that we are able to bend or rotate our body in places where two parts of our body seem to be joined together, like elbow, shoulder, or neck? These places are called joints. Can you name more such joints? If our body has no joints, do you think it would be possible for us to move in any way at all? Press your fingers against the top of your head, face, neck, nose, ear, back of the shoulder, hands and legs, including the fingers and toes. Do you get a feel of something hard pressing against your fingers? The hard structures are the bones. Bones cannot be bent. So how do we bend our elbow? It is not one long bone from the upper arm to our wrist. It has different bones joined together at the elbow. Similarly, there are many bones present in each part of the body. We can bend or move our body only at those points where bones meet. There are different types of joints in our body to help us carry out different movements and activities. Let us learn about some of them. First type of joint is ball and socket joint. In this joint, the surface of one bone is like a ball which fits into the cup-like hollow of the other. Such a joint allows movement in all directions. Can you name some examples? Yes, shoulder joint, hip joint, etc. are the examples for this type of joints. Next is pivotal joint. The joint where our neck joins the head is a pivotal joint. It allows us to bend our head forward and backward and turn the head to our right or left. In a pivotal joint, A cylindrical bone rotates in a ring. Next type of joint is hinge joint. Open and close a door a few times. Observe the hinges of the door carefully. They allow the door to move back and forth. The hinge joint is like the hinges of a door which opens up in one direction. Joints of the elbow and the knee have hinge joints. So children, today we have discussed about three main joints. They are ball and socket joint, pivotal joint and hinge joint. Children, these three joints are movable joints. Some joints between bones in our head are different from those we have discussed so far. The bones cannot move at these joints. Such joints are called fixed joints. When you open your mouth wide, you can move your lower jaw away from your head, isn't it? Try to move your upper jaw now. Are you able to move it? There is a joint between the upper jaw and the rest of the head, which is a fixed joint. So children, today we have discussed about joints. Three main types of joints and also about fixed joints. Hope all of you have understood very well. We'll meet in our next session with the next topic. Until then, goodbye and take care.